Hello guys, welcome back to my channel, and I'm gonna give you my thoughts on the Preston Stoke game that I went to. And to be honest, Preston, to be fair to them, they were very good, very well organised, and then two chances they had, to be fair, I thought they were gonna score. Because goalkeeper literally saved us, and we're coming on the back of losing them games, really, to be fair. And Preston defensively, you could not break them down. And we did too many sideways passes. And my criticism for Janssen is, don't hoof it long. You ain't going to do nothing for it. Because it was going to nobody. It kept going to Preston, losing the ball too easily. We were going too slow. And we weren't fast enough, in my opinion. We weren't. Because, we need a creative midfielder desperately. And we needed a proper number 9 striker. Because, to be fair, that was awful. And we need somebody as a backup for Junior. Because if I'm being honest, whoever played at right back, they weren't good enough. Just wasn't good enough. We need some more pace in that team. To be fair, we created good chances, but I think the problem is we weren't quick enough on the foot. We weren't very decisive, I'd say. To be fair, we weren't. And Preston was getting the ball off us. But what you've also got to remember is Preston are in a good position at the minute. And, coming off the Christmas, and, both teams were looking for the win. But we just couldn't get past it. And every time we had a shot, it was either saved or skied over. And I think what you can take from it is, this time last season, bad relegation we were. You're going into Christmas and you're in the top 10. We ain't done that in 5 years. I credit what Mark is doing. And I think the fans have just got to be patient. We're not going to get top 6 that quickly. Because what you got to remember is the Championship is a tough league to get out of. It really is. And no, I don't see us getting top 6. I said at the start of the season, I'd happily take top 10. I said, there's no point us getting the playoffs. We'd be knocked right off in a minute. Because the quality isn't quite there yet. And I think, we really need to get some players in January to gel the team a bit more. Because certainly the midfield is a bit flat, I'd say. We do need some more pace in midfield and a number 9 striker. And I think also Milimanov, no disrespect, buddy, you are good, but when you're not on your game, you're not the best, to be fair. And obviously Hansen, Johansson has been a very good keeper for us. Because since we've had him, we haven't been too bad, really. Yes, he made the fundamental error one game, but it happened. But he's been very good since he came to the club. It's the same with Sorba Thomas. To me, he has been the best signing we had this season so far. And the goals he's scored have been class. But he did his best, really. I mean, he just couldn't get past that Preston defence. They were just so rock solid. I mean, their players were so big and tall, you just couldn't get past them. But I credit Preston. I think, they were very good defensively and everything else. Yes, we had more shots than them. They had more on target than us. But I think, on any given day, anybody can win. And in the Championship, it's very unpredictable because 1 minute you can be second, next minute you can be 10th, and the next minute you could be 15th. But I think, we go to Bet365 against Sheffield United as well, which to me it'll be a tough game because we've not got a good record against them. But I think, we could get something from that game. But I think it depends what team Mark puts out. But I honestly, I'm pleased with the points, to be fair. Even though it felt like you dropped 2 points. But a point's good. It's better than losing every week like we were doing last season. But, defensively, we are better than we were. And the best midfielder for our team, to me, is Lewis Baker. And Seko is very good, but I think he's still learning. And then there's Steven Onzonzi. I'd love to see him get some more minutes in the game because I think he's very good and very experienced, and he'll help the lads through the second half of the season. And I think Ben Wilmot as captain, I just don't agree with it because he's a great player, don't get me wrong, but really, the only captain I think it should be Johansson or Steven Onzonzi. But we are a better team than I've seen in years, really, because every time I've gone to watch Stoke, they've lost. But this season, when I've been, they've drawn or almost won, which is good. I mean, it was a good game. I really did enjoy the game. And I think, we just got to give Mark time because it's a rebuild process, to be fair, it is. And we're not going to be a world-class team overnight. I mean, if you think about what he did at Coventry, he didn't make them world-class overnight. It took him time to get them because he got them up so many times. And he made them into a top 6 team eventually, but it didn't work overnight. It didn't. And that's the thing with us. We're not going to, be like a top 6 team straight away. Don't work like that. But anyways, I think it was a good point. And I think, on another day we would have won that game. But when you don't take your chances, you don't win games. And that's unfortunate, but it happens. And I hope we get a point or a win against the Blades, but I'm not too sure, really. But you can only hope, can't you? But I will say this. Mark Robins, in my opinion, is the best manager we've had since Tony Pulis. He is, because he's bringing confidence in that team, and I haven't seen that with any other manager. But we were too slow that game. We weren't quick enough. And we kept doing sideways passes, kept passing it at the back too much. But got to stop doing that. We've got to start being quicker with the ball and get in the final third a lot more. But yeah, it's a very, very, very good team that are not quite a top 6 team, but they are so much better. Because if you told me at the start of the season that we'd be in the top 10, I wouldn't have believed you, because we've been nowhere near that for years. We've never been that high before. Not really. But obviously, I do believe that we'll start getting the wins. And I think once we strengthen them positions in January, I think we'll be a decent team, and I hope we win against the Blade. And thank you for watching, and subscribe to my YouTube channel, like and comment below.